It's time again for another hidden object game to make its way over to the PlayStation 4 in Enigmatis 2, the Mists of Ravenwood. But is this game mystifyingly good, or is it just a catastrophic conspiracy? Enigmatis 2 is the follow-up to the original Enigmatis, taking place 2 years after the original, with the same protagonist trying to track down the evil priest from the first game. The character ends up landing, though, in another whole mystery with another evil style of character, but the story starts to unfold and has elements of cult-like entities and demonic rituals thrown into the mix. I have played a lot of these style of games over the last few months, and this is actually one of my favorite as far as the storyline is concerned. As far as the core gameplay goes, though, it is very similar to the rest. There's a lot of hidden object style puzzles where you need to find a list of items, or we'll have pictures of certain items that you need to discover in a picture, as well as other kinds of puzzles that you will have to figure out in order to advance the plot. The game is, of course, a point-and-click style adventure with a lot of inventory-style puzzles where you're going to need to find objects, combine them sometimes, and just use them on various things in order to get things going. Sometimes you'll complete a hidden object puzzle in order to get a particular item, or putting together an item that you're then going to later use. Usually this culminates with finding certain items that you'll then take to something in order to get it to start, or a door that you have to solve a puzzle in order to open it. Outside of hidden object puzzles, the other styles of puzzle here are pretty enjoyable for the most part. I didn't run into anyone that ended up stumping me for too long, and there was some creativity here. There are similar ones to other games like this, so if you play a lot of these, you'll see similar styles of puzzles included. They like to do ones a lot of times where you have like 3 or 4 buttons or 3 or 4 things, and you have to press them, but every time you press one, it ends up changing something with the other buttons, so you have to kind of keep manipulating them until eventually you either make a picture or you get everything to light up or something like that. Like some of the other styles of games like this, you do get a map early on, so you're able to fast travel easily around the grounds of Ravenwood that you're exploring. Also, part of Enigmatis, like the original, is the evidence, where, while going around and finding objects and the like, you're going to gather evidence, and you actually have to put together on a deduction board in groups that are related to one another, like the suspect, or the location of the crime, or whatever it may be, and thus will also be able to continue the story and sometimes get you certain items via that way. Usually, if you're stuck and can't find anything else to do, more than likely it's something to do with the deduction board with the evidence you've currently gathered. The game does have a hint system that you can always use by pressing up on the D-pad, though if you're going for a platinum run for trophies, you can't use hints during the course of it. But for those who just want to casually play, use the hints at your heart's content. The game's length is pretty average for these style. It'll take you a couple hours, depends on how many hints you use, if you use a guide or anything like that. And there is the bonus chapter that you unlock once you complete the main game for the first time. You can play the game on either normal or expert mode, with the expert mode limiting you as far as the amount of hints or how often you're able to use hints, and a few of the other little things that will kind of hint at to help you as far as exploring and looking around different scenes. From the technical side of things, I'm happy to report that there was no crashing or major glitching of any kind. The original Enigmatis on PS4 did have a major glitch in it when it first launched, which they have since patched, but thankfully here I didn't run into any issues and I was able to play through the game just fine. Enigmatis 2, the Mists of Ravenwood, is available now on the PlayStation 4. It's also on Xbox One and PC for $9.99. If you're on the PS4, it does have that Platinum, and it's a very easy one to get, though you will have to play through the game twice. Once doing the hidden object puzzles, and once doing the matching style of puzzles. Overall, of course, these games aren't for everyone, and if you haven't been a fan before, this one isn't going to change your mind. But for those who do enjoy them, like myself, this actually is a pretty decently well done one with some nice puzzles and some good music to go along with the dark story. With everything said, though, I'm going to be giving Enigmatis 2, the Mists of Ravenwood, a 7 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.